Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah, staff veterinarian for Life's Abundance. In this episode of Pet Talk, I'd like to talk with you about the 5 biggest mistakes new pet parents make, why they make them, and advice on how to avoid these common pitfalls. Because adopting or rescuing a companion animal can be a very emotional decision, many new pet parents act too quickly. Really, who has not been tempted to bring home an adorable puppy or kitten after looking into their trusting eyes? But when it comes to adding a new family member to your household, you need to use your heart and your head. So you need to be mindful that pets can live on average 15 to 20 years, during which time you'll need to budget for veterinary bills, food, supplies, and grooming. Carefully consider how a new pet will fit into your family and lifestyle, and think about the pros and cons of adopting a youngster versus an older, abandoned pet. If you have children, you need to make sure that the pet you're considering is age appropriate. A companion animal adopted upon the request of a 10-year-old child may become solely yours when your child goes off to college. My advice is to sleep on any adoption decision and do your homework before you ask how much is that doggy in the window. So if you've heard it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. Spay or neuter your pet. People cite several reasons for not wanting to spay or neuter. Most commonly, they believe their companion animals must have at least 1 litter, or the procedure predisposes their pet to excessive weight gain or depression. This is really a myth. Spaying and neutering drastically reduces the risk of some cancers. For example, if female dogs are spayed before their first heat cycle, the risk of breast cancer goes down to almost 0. These procedures also reduce behavioral problems such as roaming, fighting, or urine spraying in cats, while spayed female dogs also experience fewer problems with mood swings. And perhaps most obvious, spaying and neutering reduces pet overpopulation. Okay, so the third big mistake I see with new pet parents revolves around training and behavior and the use of punishment rather than reward-based training. Using punishments instead of setting up boundaries can actually damage the relationship with your pet. Also, many new pet parents fail to set much-needed boundaries for acceptable behavior because they assume that companion animals think like humans, which just isn't the case. Dogs and cats tend to think in simpler, more immediate terms than you or me. This fundamental misunderstanding can establish negative barriers to the bond you share with your pet. Instead, concentrate your efforts on management to set your pet up for success. Keep them safe using supervision and a controlled environment, such as keeping them on a leash or in a pet-proofed room or crate. Above all, provide rewards for good behavior. This will prevent problem behaviors from becoming habits. It will reinforce appropriate behaviors and improve the bond you share with your pet. A fourth mistake we're seeing represents a troubling trend. More and more new pet parents are failing to vaccinate their companion animals. Now, I know vaccines have received a lot of bad press in recent years in regards to the perceived negative side effects of vaccines or over-vaccination. Unfortunately, these worries often outweigh merited concern about the diseases the vaccines protect against. The truth is that distemper and parvovirus, both in dogs and cats, are still very present in much of the United States and prove fatal for a significant number of pets annually. The bottom line is that vaccines do save lives. If you have a puppy or kitten, my advice is to provide what I call core vaccines, which include rabies and DA2PP vaccines in dogs, and rabies and FVRCP vaccine in cats. If you have rescued an adult companion animal who has no verifiable vaccination history, talk with your vet about getting 2 boosters of core vaccines. If you have a fully vaccinated adult pet, talk with your vet about administering vaccine titer tests rather than just assuming that they need vaccination boosters. These tests will assess your pet's immunity to these diseases. For non-core vaccines, such as feline leukemia or Lyme vaccine for dogs, discuss your pet's risk for contracting these diseases with your vet on a case-by-case basis. Last but not least, new pet parents tend to be reactive rather than proactive when it comes to their companion animal's overall health. Obviously, it is important to address health problems with your veterinarian when they arise. However, it is equally important to take the steps now to ensure the long-term health of your beloved companion. New pet parents need to know that with the right diet and lifestyle, they can improve the health, longevity, and quality of life for their pets. My two-step advice is really quite simple. 1, spend 30 minutes of every day exercising with your pet. And 2, feed a high-quality, complete, and balanced diet like Life's Abundance dry or canned health foods, which is free from artificial flavors and colors and contains health-promoting ingredients like antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, prebiotics, and probiotics. You may also consider using a wellness supplement, like Life's Abundance Wellness Food Supplements for dogs or cats, to fill in any nutritional gaps due to genetic issues or environmental factors. A diet high in antioxidants coupled with mental stimulation promotes brain health. And you can also promote kidney and heart health by maintaining healthy teeth and gums. So brush your pet's teeth and use dental treats. So by following these recommendations, you will be well on your way to avoiding many of the common pitfalls experienced by new pet parents. Not only will you improve your relationship with your companion animal, but your pet will be healthier, and other pet parents may just wonder how you got so smart. As always, thanks so much for watching Pet Talk. Check back soon for more episodes about the issues important to pet parents like you.